Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, surrounded by green fields and small rivers, there lived a poor farmer and his wife. Their house was small and simple, made of mud walls and a thatched roof. Although they did not have many possessions, they worked hard every day and lived a peaceful life together. One day, something extraordinary happened that changed their lives forever. The farmer owned a goose that looked like any other goose in the village. But one morning, when he went to collect eggs from the coop, he found something unusual. Instead of a normal egg, the goose had laid a shining golden egg. At first, the farmer thought it was some kind of trick. He picked up the egg and examined it closely. It was heavy, bright, and completely made of gold. Confused and excited, he took the egg to a goldsmith in the village to check if it was real. The goldsmith inspected it carefully and confirmed that the egg was pure gold. The farmer could hardly believe his good fortune. He ran back home and told his wife the wonderful news. The couple was overjoyed. They sold the golden egg and received a good amount of money. With that money, they were able to buy food, better clothes, and other things they needed for their home. The next morning, the farmer went to the coop again. To his surprise, the goose had laid another golden egg. Day after day, the same thing happened. Every morning, the magical goose laid one beautiful golden egg. Soon, the farmer and his wife were no longer poor. They had enough money to live comfortably. They repaired their house, bought better tools for farming, and even helped a few neighbors in need. For a while, they were very happy and grateful for the miracle that had come into their lives. However, as time passed, the farmer began to grow impatient and greedy. One evening, while sitting with his wife, he started thinking deeply about the goose. If the goose can lay one golden egg every day, he said, there must be a lot of gold inside it. His wife looked curious. What do you mean? She asked. The farmer replied, if we cut open the goose, we might find all the gold inside its body. Then we would become rich instantly instead of waiting for one egg every day. At first, his wife hesitated. She knew the goose was the reason for their comfortable life. But the thought of becoming extremely rich quickly made her greedy too. After discussing it for some time, they both agreed with the farmer's plan. The next morning, instead of waiting for the goose to lay its egg, the farmer brought a sharp knife. His wife stood beside him nervously, but neither of them stopped to think about the consequences of their actions. The farmer killed the goose and cut it open, expecting to find a belly full of gold. But to their shock and disappointment, the inside of the goose looked exactly like that of any ordinary goose. There was no gold, no treasure, and no hidden wealth. The farmer and his wife stood there in silence, realizing the terrible mistake they had made. Their magical goose was gone forever. From that day onward, there were no more golden eggs. The couple deeply regretted their decision. They had destroyed the very source of their good fortune because of their greed. Instead of being satisfied with the steady gift they had received every day, they had wanted everything at once, and in doing so, they lost everything. Once again, the farmer and his wife became poor. They had to work hard just to survive, and every day, they remembered the foolish choice they had made. The story teaches an important lesson. Greed can lead to great loss. When people are not satisfied with what they already have and always want more, they may end up losing even the little they possess. Greed destroys happiness. It is better to be patient and thankful for what you have than to risk everything for more. True happiness comes from being grateful, patient, and content with what we have. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next story.